in polite society,
Everyone.
discourse, pretty
Not
much,
us.
we love them. But that's why they're able to get away with this shit.
Gabe's watching.
How about that?
I'm done being nice to Ethan. I gave it a chance. My sincerity and my empathy in that last
Well, that was being nice to Ethan? That was being
Right.
nice to... Oh, okay.
video was real. I was even equating to him having crash out moments in the same way that Denims could have crash out moments. I think we're
Or
all
you
capable
could have
of
crash
it,
out
but he was
moments?
using it in the
His
video to
life's a crash
suggest that
out.
I was making
Yeah.
fun of his mental health.
To my good friend Ian of 8.
You
did.
were.
You did. You literally did.
You are! Wake up, Ethan!
Wake up.
Wake up!
Man, you're having a meltdown. You're crashing out.
This is mental illness,
Are you off
man.
your medication? Are you on drugs? Because you're doing this thing with your hand? You know what I mean? Like, shut the fuck up.
I just love how everybody in the world is supposed to extend infinite charity to iDubbbz and Anissa's mental health issues and baby them and coddle them and never critique them about any of it, and that all of their behavior can be excused by they were in a bad headspace, but nobody else will be given that charity.
Yeah. Oh, wait. But by the way, Ashton, doesn't the left call right-wing people who make jokes ableist when it's about like
Yes.
disabled people or mental health issues? But then the minute he looks at his hand, which they know he has a fucking Tourette's twitch, then they could go, drugs? Oh, wait, are you being ableist? You know what I mean? We could turn it both ways. Like, it's so fucking stupid. Rules for thee, but not for me. Fuck you, Anissa and Ian.
Years. I really appreciate you weaponizing my mental
Yeah,
health
remember?
against me.
To
They,
make
remember when they mocked RFK's voice?
Yeah.
And then they got canceled by their audience for being ableist against RFK because one of their very few fans happened to have the exact same vocal condition he does.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like bending over backwards for weeks apologizing about it.
Yep. Oh, how about this? When Ian and Anissa start having a mental breakdown, we could just be like, drugs?
Drugs?
Are they on drugs? I mean, they're acting
and
irrational.
They've admitted to being on various prescription drugs, including Adderall in Ian's case. So can we just say, oh, they're clearly on drugs and unstable? I guess so.
Ethan crash out. He's having a parasocial weird crash out. People can have crash out moments. Maybe if Ethan's able to get some help. Dude, I'm not making fun of your mental health. Every example you used was me basically saying that other people are trying to affect you. It's understandable that you're going through this right now, Ethan. We all go through this.
To characterize anything I'm doing as crashing out, that I need help, that I need to get some kind of treatment, is cruel and pathetic on a level I didn't think he would ever be possible of doing.
Every fucking example that you tried to smear me with was me actually pointing to something else that could be affecting you. He
my
even brought up a
God.
clip of me saying, if you get help. We all need help. Everyone on
So
this planet needs
embarrassing
help.
for
I don't.
iDubbbz, man.
I don't know why he posted this.
This
This is
is
not
the
worse
end
than the
of-
first video.
Bro, it's a lot worse, and there's just no effort was put into this at all. It's just him sitting here with this shitty backdrop in an unfinished basement, rambling into a camera his various copes and cries. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, man.
There's nothing funny here. There's
Interesting,
nothing
no
jovial
exposing.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
No
where is
expose.
the actual expose? Like, where is him approaching minors? Where is him, abusing his employees, like sexually assaulting them? Like, where is anything?
Or in a very
Like-
embarrassing moment where he shit his pants on camera. Like a Ralph type style being drunk on stream. There's none of that. It's like, look, he expressed himself on his show. Isn't that a crash out, folks?
Well, PWR is the next segment, but we got to power through this. I know we've been on this a long time.
Are we gonna even make it, bud?
We have a lot to say. We'll at least get to PWR, I think.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean,
don't
we're
care how-
fucking
We're 5
almost
hours.
5 hours in, but
You get it.
It's gonna
You can
be only
wander
a
into the
4 or 5
jungle
hour
and
show, right, Ashton?
Go on an
I know.
ayahuasca trip. I don't care
You always
how you
fucking
get
say
your help
that.
or what you define as help, but if it helps you, that would be good. Because right now it doesn't seem like you're getting much help. The main criticism that I was seeing online with my video from Ethan and Hila is that I didn't mention the CPS call.
There's really just one central point that I want to make here. My good friend Ian, in his hour-long takedown, did not mention one time Child Protective Services. Not one time.
There was not even one mention of CPS.
And a lot of the clips he uses is us fired up from the day that CPS came to us.
So like
without
for a lot of
without even explaining that at least that's the context, it's pretty cowardly.
I wonder why I wouldn't mention the CPS call. Could it be that the CPS call
What?
happened the same day that you were shit-talking me?
What? No, it didn't. That's a straight up fucking lie.
He'll put a timeline here. I wanted to ask your opinion on
Whoa,
it.
whoa, 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 whoa! This is a fucking lie, bro.
Okay,
It's
so
it's just a flat out lie.
Mhm.
Because the entire reason why he was bad mouthing you on the show, iDubbbz, was because of the CPS call. That CPS was called on him, and because of that whole situation, he turned to you to say, "Can you stand up for me in public?" Because they're saying all of this
Yeah.
crazy shit about me, and they're trying to get my kids taken away. Just on the face of it, for anybody who knows anything about this situation, this is a total lie.
no.
It's unbelievable he's even trying to get away with this.
Hang on. Chaba Love says there's a timeline on Twitter. Don't worry, he'll show it. He'll show it on this video.
And I didn't have any chance to defend myself. You just immediately, in the same podcast,
Well,
right
no.
next to each other.
No. What happened was you guys had a text and phone call conversation.
Well,
Is what
about
I
this
remember.
off stream.
Yeah, you guys had a text conversation about this.
Yeah,
which I would like
that's
to,
why.
I would like to see the text, but for whatever reason, neither party involved has just released the raw text messages, which at this point they should, because I think it's important to understand the situation.
Other said CPS call was very traumatic, and then you said fuck Ian and Anissa, and you linked those together. You kind
Wait!
of layered the.
Wait, that
Wait
makes,
a minute.
Wait, then that would
Yeah,
make
so
sense.
you just directly contradicted yourself. You said that they went after you before the CPS call, but then you show us the timeline where they're talking about the CPS call happening
Okay.
and then criticizing you. That doesn't, Ian. That doesn't make any sense. He's just relying on people being totally ignorant and taking his word for it.
Okay.
those flavors, and then Anissa and I got a bunch of harassment. We had nothing to do with the CPS call. What are all these fucking comments on your Reddit saying like?
No,
it had-
okay.
No, it wasn't. It was.
No, no,
he
no,
didn't
no, no,
blame
no, no.
you that you did the CPS call. He blamed.
Oh my God.
He was mad that
This
you didn't
is
defend.
this is beyond disingenuous and
That's
beyond lie.
bullshit.
What he had a problem with is that your editor, or rather your former editor, Froggy Tonic or whatever the fuck their name is, okay, was justifying the CPS call. And he's like, listen, will you speak out against this and say that this is wrong? He wasn't saying that iDubbbz and Anissa called CPS. Obviously, they didn't call CPS, you know.
Okay.
happened because of the CPS call. I don't entirely blame your audience for getting confused because number one, it's a fucking cult, and number two, you.
This
What?
this cult thing. This fucking cult. Well, Hassan's fans are
it's-
not a cult?
No, it's more so Hassan and his fans that are in a cult.
Of
Ian,
course.
stop it.
Can't even get the timeline straight. So if anyone's watching your
Buddy.
dumbass,
Like, I gotta be honest, like, bring it back 2 seconds and look in his eyes and look at this person. And then tell yourself, does that not look like a brainwashed cultist? Like, the guy's got
literally
a shaved head, tears in his eyes, looking mentally unstable. The guy looks like he's in a cult, just looking at him.
Yeah. Huh.
their brain is also going to get scrambled.
Be friends as long as they're getting something out of it. So again, he's not showing the context. What was the okay, I'll play this part. Did you guys ever find the context of what I was talking about here? Because I feel like I wasn't even talking about him. I could be wrong. I just don't remember ever saying like, if I did say that,
I thought you were talking about.
Okay, well,
them.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here. Ian, during a live show that's not edited, people might forget certain things. He doesn't have time to get all his ducks in a row and edit and this and that. Like, sometimes you just forget. He's doing 5-hour live shows. Like, what do you... Oh, look, he forgot one thing. Okay. Exposed.
Anissa and Ian in that clip.
That's the same clip of
It's all the
when
part of the same
CPS was
clip.
called.
Yeah.
Same clip.
It's part of the same conversation.
You completely wiped your brain of what happened during the
I-
season.
But the CBS call, you
I-
had the text before.
I would love to see Ian Jomha put on the spot in a live scenario.
Oh, yeah.
It's never happened and it never will happen because he knows that he's even dumber than Hassan. And
Mm-hmm.
he would just absolutely be eviscerated by H3 in a live confrontation. And if that's not the case, then phone into the H3 podcast. There's an open invitation for you, bud.
Yeah.
CPS stream. That's not my fucking fault. That's no one else's fault but yours.
All I wanted for you to do was say the bare minimum of like, hey, this is fucked up. This is not true about CPS, whatever.
By the way, Ashton.
That's all he wanted.
Okay. By the way, we covered this before this stream about 1 or 2 weeks. Did we not watch the Maximum Damage podcast where Ian said he wanted to stay out of it?
Yes, we did.
So there was a discussion before this fucking podcast. But guess what? No one watches Maximum Damage, so it's easy to obfuscate it out of the story. What a piece of shit.
Like the bare minimum. It came up because they were talking about it on their fucking podcast. By the way, they're the ones that like started this conversation by talking about it on the podcast. Be like, hey, I'm not getting involved.
I think that was their response after you guys initially called them out.
This is what I was talking
But
about.
yeah, no, but see, but here's the fucking hilarious thing. He's using that previous footage as like what the call out was. That wasn't the call out. The call out was a different day where he's like, why aren't they speaking out? I thought we were friends. But now he's using the footage that happened after to sort of like muddy the waters and be like, look what he was saying before.
This is beyond.
This is crazy.
man. And
It's
I
the
and I-
framing
I-
of this.
And I thought Ethan Klein was the Jew.
What's going on, buddy? I'm just playing some
Whoa.
Probably not making. That's not making the clip channel.
helping your insomnia.
Sheesh.
That was crazy.
You cannot have something terrible happen and be
Listening
like,
to some
yes, let's
drama.
make some content. And then
Listening to this H3 iDubbbz creator class drama.
It's a tough situation as to what to do there. I wouldn't consider that making content. Like they were desperate to make money off of it. Should they have addressed it or should they have sold it?
Nice.
It's a
You
tough
enjoyed
thing
the show
to say.
today from the
You know,
Census
until you're actually in that position where CPS is at your door, maybe it would have been better
love
for them
you,
to
Paul.
no sell it and not
Both
open
are so
that
funny.
up. But I don't know, man. It's pretty hard to say that, you know, when you don't have kids. It's pretty hard.
Here, I'm gonna hit play.
Most people will get heated and they'll fucking publicly say something. You know what I'm saying? Like you're expecting a level of stoicism and a level of like reservation that you would never be able to live up to yourself, Ian. Ever.
By the way, the stoicism on this was him. It wasn't even that. It was just like, could you just tell people?
Oh,
my kid
I'm
doesn't
sick!
eat Shit. Let me throw this in the fridge real quick, in the freezer real quick. I have to hold it.
I can't.
That's a good state to be in life.
That's the Elon kind of spitting.
And a lot of the clips he uses is us fired up from the day that CPS
yes.
came to us.
for anyone confused about the timeline, Ethan was talking shit about us on his Instagram before any CPS shit. He was also talking shit about us on his podcast
Okay, whoa,
before
whoa,
any
whoa, whoa, whoa.
CPS visit.
No,
On March-
no. Bring it back. Yeah. But on the 1st of March, your editor, Froggy, is saying to call CPS. No?
Yeah.
So and that's why. Wait a minute. Hold on. This timeline, it just completely felts everything he just said.
Yeah.
Because he said that he was talking shit before the CPS call. But then here on this timeline,
Wait.
we see
Uh-oh.
that he really only talked shit
Call an ambulance, but not
After
for
called
me.
CPS.
Days after.
This is ridiculous.
Oh my.
Oh, you're
God.
joking. Joke.
See, I was cleaning while this was playing in my ears. I was like eating and doing dishes after I ate,
What?
right?
He
So I
lied
didn't
and then-
watch it. I didn't even see the timeline. I just heard him talk about it. And I'm like,
he lied
wait,
and
what?
then showed his own lie. I find that insane.
What the fuck?
He was also talking shit about us on his podcast before any CPS visit.
Wait. What?
Confused about the timeline. Ethan was talking.
Trevor's Froggy tweet.
Oh,
Ethan
I got
begins
him.
to
I had
publicly
him.
attach editor's statements to
I had him.
iDubbbz. Instagram harassment in parentheses.
Right? I love how that's harassment, but a content cop isn't.
Yeah.
Talking shit
It's
about us
fucking
on his
retarded.
Instagram before any CPS shit. He was also talking shit about us on his podcast.
Well,
You're joking. I'm joking.
It's insane. This is insane. Just hit play. This is insane.
This is
Before
actually
any CPS visit. On March 7th, CPS visits Ethan and Hila, and that same day, they decide, let's do our podcast, and let's have the topic be the CPS visit and how distraught we are about it.
Well, yeah, and then by this time, 1 week went by without you
jokes.
defending them at
Effing
all when they
jokes.
asked you to because of the editor
Wish I
that
could
you
stay for the
had
whole
who was
stream.
saying to phone CPS. This timeline actually helps
Buy it?
Ethan.
You want to buy it? Oh, you
about
think
that.
we need to?
And
say
then
that, dude?
right next
Yeah.
to that, right after
Honestly,
it, you guys
that
talk
would be probably
about
the
me
best
and
one, right?
Anissa.
That would
Yeah,
be
because
the
you were
best
a
one.
I
piece of
wonder
shit.
why.
You shit talk us.
That would be a dream if everybody bought it. If somebody bought Doctor Who and just produced it right, that would be a dream.
Cop with all of them the next fucking week.
And you were in their DMs.
What are we even talking about here? You basically went full mask off and revealed that yes, this was the case the entire time. And yes, this is about the political conflict. That's what it's about.
This is insane.
This is
For
insane.
harassing you.
Do you have evidence that H3 Snark called CPS on you?
Did I say
Like
that?
random anonymous Redditors?
Did I say that?
No, I'm not
Wait,
a Jigglypuff.
what's
man.
the-
I said they're
Who called
primary responsible for
CPS?
harassing
Who
me.
called CPS?
I'm not a Jigglypuff, man. I play like DD.
What the fuck? So I don't know.
To be honest,
Okay, well, the idea
This
is
is
H3 sort of
just
slipped
get
there,
a
but let me
But
explain
it's
what
such
it
a
was.
lame gotcha that doesn't even fucking matter.
But H3 sort of, okay, this is what he should have said. He goes, "Hey, Froggy, Tonic, fucking mentioned CPS," and then Denims was like, "Oh, did this happen?" Da-da-da-da-da-da. And then everyone was saying CPS and all that stuff.
Well, what ended up happening was the Snark subreddit, along with Hassan and his orbiters, cultivated the environment of harassment and hatred that led to the CPS call. And they
Yes.
proactively justified the call to CPS happening. And it was almost like it was completely astroturfed and artificial. Like when you watch Denim stream and then you see the chat come in and every single one of them are saying the exact same thing about how the kids need to be protected and CPS needs to be called. It's just very strange stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It was coordinated, in my opinion. And
to be honest, I'm very proud that I didn't immediately jump to Ethan and Neela's defense because
Now,
when you look
I know
into the
Funny A-Log has cultivated the environment of harassment and hatred. I just want to understand, this is their terminology. These are the rules that they play by and that they cry about all the time over on the
I don't even wanna
woke
play
left.
this guy. This
The
guy
environment
sucks.
of hatred and
I
harassment.
don't
So
know much about
we're
that.
using their terminology because these are their rules they've decided to play by, right?
exactly.
the story, it actually looks a lot shittier for Ethan and Hila. And I do mean that literally. There was this H3 stream where Ethan was dumping as per usual. He was talking about his own health. He was talking about his caca breath, his dog having diarrhea, his dog having giardia.
Olive has giardia. It's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have
I
diarrhea.
haven't heard this
His
one.
child running around putting things in their mouth.
Sonny's
Hey,
crawling around.
By the
He's
way,
putting everything in
this
his
is
mouth.
Like this is chopped up, like so out of context. Now, I will say this. I don't believe H3 should share details about his personal life like this. on the air.
Ever.
I just don't think that any e-celeb type person who gets to any level of prominence that's involved in controversial topics or political topics,
No family talk.
you shouldn't talk about your family and stuff like that because there's people who are watching that will use it against you. Now, should it be that way? No. But is it that way? Yes. So he did overshare. But Ian is not the person to be making this point because he overshares and cries constantly.
Mouth. He's at that age. He has giardia.
The whole family possibly having giardia.
And now Hila has giardia.
Shut. For real?
Loser.
And now I think this morning I
Effing
had
loser.
diarrhea.
That's what he gets.
What can I do to not get it? From
Yeah, I'm
you?
trying to.
Because I'm not trying to
There's
get
no
it.
rules.
It's
No,
extremely ridiculous
never
to get.
happen.
It's you have to ingest my
We can't crowdfund and buy Doctor Who like that'll never happen. And like have a board run it. No. This guy sucks. Loser. That's what he gets. He got cooked. Cooked by the puff. It would take a dictatorship to fix Doctor Who at this point. But you need somebody who actually knows what they're doing.
poop.
Talking about the viscosity of
Now-
his child's shit.
By the way, I believe that none of the family members actually tested positive for this Giardia.
Yeah.
So it's all fucking retarded.
And although meanwhile he is covered in viscous, low viscosity,
Yeah.
diarrhea.
He mentioned diarrhea a lot.
Crazy diarrheas like in the middle of the night. All the time he's having these crazy.
This is just so wild. There's no laws when we're drinking White Claws.
It's
Imagine
not, but
worrying
it's
about.
not. But it's not the kid eating the dog's poo.
It's
Like
the-
that's
the
what they're
kid
trying
took
to
his
say.
shit.
The kid is, he's a baby and he's diarrheaing everywhere as babies tend to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Diarrheas, you wash your hands as best you can, but these are really nasty diarrheas. And then extremely foul smelling diarrheas.
So of
Wait.
course, Ethan, having made so many enemies over the years, other people react to his content. And when other people see that he's talking about his children getting Giardia from dog poop,
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has Giardia.
It's obviously a fucking joke.
I mean,
That's
this
obvious.
is re- it's-
Okay, like I mean,
this-
it's
this is
obviously
really,
a fucking
this
joke.
This is really the slimiest part of the video because it's
This is
Ian
dirty.
trying to justify his friend of a decade having his kids taken away. When he's been in that home, he's seen how they are. Like, it's pretty fucking slimy what he's doing, man.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna pretend it's all for the guy's good, and he's hallucinating and all of this. It's very disgusting stuff.
Wait, Siegfried, how are we coping for Jews?
Well, Siegfried is just a troll.
Oh,
buddy.
true.
Like,
No, but I'm-
listen, with Siegfried, with his messages, right? He's always trying to get a rise, and I just, you just gotta let him go.
it's
buddy.
kind of ridiculous.
people are quite reasonably concerned. And so, yes, anyone who's seeing that content might be concerned enough to call CPS.
My things are so
including
nasty.
Ethan's own chat, which, by the way, is not a measly number. It's about 26,000 at
buy
the time
anything
of this
for 200
stream.
million,
So there are
man.
26,000 people listening to Ethan go into great detail over 7 or 8 minutes about diarrhea, viscosity of diarrhea, his child having Giardia, him and his whole family having Giardia. They're calling it the poop house. Now, what Ethan does, instead of taking any responsibility for sharing too much on
Okay.
his live
I will say this. Here's my counterpoint to this, right? When you and Anissa share that you go into violent rages where you smash inanimate objects and raise your voice at her, is it justified to
I
call
don't
the
miss
police
that
on you
often,
for
man.
abuse?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. Do we call the police? Don't do this, retarded. Obviously, I disavow this. But if
But
we call the
basically,
police,
what you're saying is if you tell a story on the internet, then you should
I'm so
expect the
fucking
police to be
salty.
at your door, CPS to be at your door, and it's not just that, okay, that's a nasty consequence of being on the internet. You're basically saying, and that's a good thing. So I don't know, keep that same energy, bro, when it comes back on you in 3, 4, 5 months and people are fucking with you IRL and calling the authorities
so
on you.
Stupid.
Just remember, nobody's gonna feel bad for you.
stream is that he decides to
Nah,
attack
you can probably
specific
buy anything
creators
for
like
200
Denims
million,
and
man.
say she was the source of the CPS call because her chat was reacting to Ethan and saying, wow, this is concerning.
Is on her platform right now.
They would 100% let you write, direct, script, cast. You could do everything with Doctor Who with that.
Advocating for our
We got
children.
Ryan
to be
is
for-
now online for a sub.
Thank
Let's
you.
go.
Let's get some subs. Big support, guys, today. Thank you.
forcibly removed from us by Child Protective Services.
The problem with this CPS thing is that Ethan has proven to be a
Midnight streams
Midnight
for
streams
5
for 5
subs.
subs.
Let's go. Big support. Thank you so much.
manipulative piece of shit. So when he
You
calls on
haven't
me to
been?
defend him, what the fuck am I meant to do? I don't trust you, and I'm glad I didn't trust you because in your video defending yourself, you used a video that takes context from like 3 different places and combines them
Just like you
to make
did?
it seem like someone is coordinating an attack on you.
But they were okay. But CPS
We
did
got
though.
the Stalling Crow for 5 subs.
Big
And
support.
Knuckle Supper for a sub.
Fuck yeah! Thank you so much. Okay, was there not?
Love made a good point. You said, "Is this every comment?" I believe this is a live feed of the chat. This
So-
isn't edited.
What about the top right? I thought these were
No, it's
selected.
this. I think when you full screen it. No, this is an edit. It's a cutout of the full chat. It's just enlarged
Oh,
there
really?
over the screen. Yeah.
They're different, I think.
Yeah.
It's not
I
timed.
think
It's not timed the same way.
But it sounds like based on this clip, you knew that it was bullshit and you just
No, it
No, it
seems.
doesn't.
It sounds like he made a mistake.
Oh my
It sounds like he made a
God.
mistake. You fucking retard. He's lying on purpose. Why would he lie on purpose when it's on the screen? Everyone called him out. His own producers were like, "No, that's all the times." We mentioned it on our video. No, that's every time it's mentioned in the chat in one log.
just
We
went
got
with it anyway.
Rodimus Prime for a
For a
sub
sub.
as well. Let's go.
Even-
Let's get some subs.
Sheesh.
Klein uses this very deceptively edited video
Yeah, it sounds like he was confused.
that is just like doing this smooth scroll to make it seem like that's all of Denim's chat. But that's
I
not
gotta
what
say,
But Denim was talking
this-
about that, by the way, wasn't she?
with this video with iDubbbz, right? Does this come across as a man
Wow.
who's in
I got
control,
hoes
who's
mad.
having fun, who's dunking and winning?
I wanted them to
Or
watch
does this
it.
come across as a guy who's just on the edge of a complete and utter mental breakdown?
Yeah.
Who's clearly really seething and salty and who has no control over his own life and feels forced to do this? I
He's-
think it's the latter, to be honest.
He's unhinged. Hey, Ian, you have to
lost it.
relax, buddy. You need some medication to calm down, Ian. You know what I
The
mean?
thing is, what's crazy is he already gets told that and he complies with it, which is why he's in this situation that he's in.
Yes.
The guy actually got brainwashed by a cult, the cult of therapy, which is like this
Oh my
modern day
God.
replacement for confessing to a priest. But it's like, instead of it being a Catholic priest, it's some fucking cringe guy in Seattle. It's brutal.
Yeah.
what it is. And then when he's called out on it, he hides it. He moves his window over the real chat.
Also, this is not a joking
Yeah,
matter, by the way. It can be
by the
very
way,
severe and
like,
deadly.
Confession to the priest is free, other than
That was
donations to the church,
that was
which
sad.
are
I
optional,
cooked them
right?
with the sings
Whereas
though.
you
I
have to
should have
pay
killed them with the
tens of
rest.
thousands of dollars to these
I should have
therapists
killed them with the
to
knife.
listen to your problems that they don't give a
That
shit
was the
about.
lower number.
Do you think that he's like?
Lead to small
Well, you gotta
children.
go talk to the
I mean,
BBC
much like many other
execs.
Reading the
illnesses,
chat,
it's
co-signing
very,
it.
very, very dangerous.
Now pay
So I would
attention
assume
to
he doesn't
her
actually
chat.
have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just like covered in dog
Probably
shit.
do 100
And he
million
has
or less.
kids, and his kids like,
Come
did-
on.
Okay, he's
Come
hiding.
on.
I mean,
Come on, that's ridiculous. That's so bad faith, bro. That's
kind of
not.
insane.
That's not what was
probably
going
do
on
100
there.
Hang on. I wonder why he moved the chat. Ashton, or his video. Why did he move his video there? I wonder
or perhaps
why.
he lost his
Ashton,
extra housekeeper.
Do
So
you
now the house
see a
is just like,
possible reason why he might move the video on the top right? Because he's blocking Denim's face.
covered in dog shit.
No
This
shit.
is so.
He's
this
literally
is so
fixing the
embarrassing
format so you
by
can see
you,
down.
man. He used to be able to dig up things that people hadn't mentioned before, that people otherwise wouldn't know, that were actually devastating and rhetorically effective and actually funny.
Yeah.
Now this is just grasping at straws. This is cope.
Anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just like covered in dog.
By the way, the stuff that he's blocking, right? Let's say he was. It's still like,
sucks.
wait, what the fuck? Wait, what? Watch this. Watch. Yeah, let's keep going back. Disgusted faces, right? And then
Dangerous.
Now pay
So I would
attention.
Kaka, disgusted face,
To
shark
her chat.
face. This is so fucked. No. Of Moses accepted on Holy Land ass cause the actions of the
Housekeeper and-
Lord.
More, perhaps.
What the fuck? Ew. So all the chat that he's blocking is about the poo thing. It's not like he's hiding the chat. They're
No,
talking
this-
about a video game discussion.
This actually helps his situation.
This actually, this exactly.
See, he lost his extra housekeeper. So
Kaka,
now the
Kaka,
house is just
what?
like
Wait, what?
covered
Boo, whale, ill,
in dog shit.
disgusting.
And he has kids, and
He
he's
covered the more discussions. The ones that are just clipped out are the long sentences about it.
kids like
But all the in-between messages were still about it.
Why does it have to be anyone else's fault but your own? Take some fucking responsibility. It's just so bizarre
Whoa.
that Ethan would have.
Whoa, look in the mirror, Ian. It's time to take some responsibility for how you got here, buddy, and why Creator Clash 3 failed. But it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen for this guy.
Expect Anise and I to make a statement when Denims herself already made a statement about it and said that she does not condone calling CPS.
So we're talking about CPS. One, I don't
You know,
condone. Two, I've never.
I would sympathize with this more had iDubbbz just kept his mouth fucking shut and stayed out of this instead of doing a content cop. Or had he just done the content cop on his own to resolve the personal issues he has with H3, okay? And not got involved with Hassan and Denims and Frogan. But from the moment that he showed up in Hassan's studio, it was obvious what this was really about.
Yeah, exactly.
Never condone it, and you will not be able to find a clip of me saying, yes, we should do this, because it doesn't exist. I've literally given Ethan Klein credit on multiple times or multiple instances, and I will do it again right now, for not showing photos of his kids.
Part of my criticisms of Ethan initially was the openness.
That was damage control, Ian, but whatever.
I think it's a problem that you are that open, Ethan.
Well, you know I'm very open
okay,
about everything. It's
but,
part of
but you,
how.
okay, you're talking about being open. You're selling your wife's naked body online, Ian. That's
You're
pretty
shitting.
open. Hila and Ethan don't sell nudes of themselves online to strangers, right?
shitting
And you expected everybody to fall down and worship that as though it was based and cool, and expected that nobody would have any issue with you just coming out as a cuckold.
He said, like,
That's
they would
crazy.
listen to me if you had $100 million.
How I wanted to conduct myself
You had
and
a
how I
couple
wanted to
million
relate
dollars,
to the
bro.
audience is to be open as possible about every fucking thing in my life.
It is not strictly a benefit to be
Which,
as
by the
open.
way, I'll give one credit here to Ian, and say, yeah,
No.
H3 saying
You wanna
I
see
would
this
be
game I'm
transparent
playing
about
right
everything
now?
in my life. That's crazy.
When I play Smash, it's literally like doing crack.
Effective of your life to your audience ever. There needs to
No.
be privacy in your life, right?
Open as possible on your podcast.
But give him that.
Ethan was just sharing his thoughts, what we were thinking. We were speculating.
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has giardia.
We were speculating.
And now Ela has giardia.
Shut.
Be open as possible about every fucking thing in my life.
Really? How many siblings do you have?
I don't know, dude. The internet's too fucking weird to give out all that information.
Oh, you don't even want to say how
really?
many because you're afraid that it will
Yeah,
somehow
by all means,
compromise your
keep talking
privacy.
about it.
On top of Ethan characterizing.
I get this point, Ian. It's just not your place to make it because you and Anissa, like, all of their updates are about what they're doing in life, whether it's Anissa working out or baking cookies or going to the Gasworks Park in Seattle or what the haters said today that made you upset, etc., etc., etc. Like, it's constant with you guys. I've seen it firsthand probably more than just about anybody, me and Andy, with reviewing your podcast. And it's just like, it's very repetitive saying this, but this is a bullshit point for him to make.
Yes.
Me and my wife as anti-Semitic. He also takes a dig at my tattoos.
Bro, you literally
Well,
look like a
they're
fucking
cringe.
free tattoo pack that you get for 25
Okay.
cents from a
Okay. Well, you made a fucking.
This
You made a
this
fucking
point
content
gets
cop
old,
on it.
Patty. So where he's gonna do here is he's gonna try and say that Ethan Klein has a shitty tattoo of his wife, and so he would rather have these tattoos than Ethan Klein's tattoo. But my counter to that is H3H3 has a tattoo of his wife. That's something that has meaning to him, whereas all of your tattoos are just things you thought looked cool.
Yeah.
So I would much rather have something meaningful to me on my body than whatever cringe scribbles you got, bro.
a windy thing, bro. Like literally, my kids have cooler fucking tattoos from Chuck E. Cheese. Bro looks like he just went to the menu and was like, "I'll take that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one."
Yeah.
I have quite a few options here. I can show your tattoos in all of their glory, or I can show.
What is this?
Is that his tattoo? That's pretty fucking jokes. Honestly.
What is that? It's supposed to be.
I don't know. It's like childish crayon drawings. It looks like an iDub special.
Is that for that's for H3? Those are delivery. Did his kids draw on his leg with a marker and then he got that tattooed
Got it
on
tattooed
him?
in. But if that's the case, then at least that has meaning, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure though. It is apparently, yes. But yes, that's his kids drew on his legs with marker, and he went to the tattoo shop and got them tattooed on.
I mean, listen, that's not a decision I would make. I don't believe in any tattoos.
That's kind
I
of
believe
cute. That's kind of cute.
You know, but
Kinda
that,
cute.
like, I mean, at least it can be
cute.
defended on the basis he has kids that he loves.
Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. It's dumb, but it's cute. So whatever.
All of their glory.
Wholesome.
Or I can show that your tattoo made it to the top of awful taste but great execution.
I mean, it's just like a photorealistic picture of
Is
Ela.
it really awful taste to have your wife of like 20 years tattooed on your body?
It's a bit like intense, the photo. It's kind of like, whoa, buddy, but like it's kind of.
It's very photorealistic.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit too photorealistic. You know what I mean?
Subreddit, which is not a good thing. I mean, it might be a good thing for the artists that you work with because that means that they did a good job from a.
Wait, how's this awful taste? Whoa, I thought it was just the execution. Wait,
no, he's saying the execution is good, but
How
it's
is this
bad
awful
taste to get your
Wife's
wife.
photo.
I mean, I will say, you know, a lot of tattoo places will not allow you to get like your wife or your girlfriend tattooed on you or names tattooed on you because it has a tendency to age really, really badly. But if you've been with somebody for 20 years and you've been married to them and you have kids and you're in a stable situation, like it might make sense. Personally, though, I don't really agree with this, though. You know, I don't
I'm
really
fine
agree
with
with tattoos, but
I found
I know you
tattoos,
got some. I know.
but Ashton, let's use your previous point. Who is Ian to use this against Ethan?
Exactly.
His tattoos are shit, and they're all over his, and they're
terrible.
all over his body. If anyone can talk about tattoos, would be you. You don't have any. You could be like, you both are fucking stupid for doing that, right? But you can at least acknowledge that Ethan meant something. His family tattoos, wife, his kids. Ian, defend that, Ashton. Go, defend it.
You can't.
Exactly.
Technical standpoint, but it's sort of a failure in every other aspect.
By the way,
You want a
I gotta
sticker?
say,
Do you want the sticker of
isn't-
the Ela?
isn't this- I gotta say, all right, let's get 10 subs for the Ela sticker. But I gotta say, isn't this super fucking petty and childish and doesn't fucking matter at all? It seems like, Ian, you got triggered by H3H3 making fun of your tattoos, and then you started seething back at him with this. By the way, this isn't delivered in a jokey way or anything. It's like he's trying to be like really civil and polite, and it just comes across as ballless and cowardly.
Yeah,
It's
a bit,
sad.
It's a bit like also trying to expose him. It's like, what are you exposing?
Oh my god. Shut this shit off. Could have made it 20.
I should have made it 20.
Can we get 20 subs instead, guys?
They just moved the goalpost.
I'm making it right now.
Can we get 20 subs?
We regretted our goal.
Let's get some more subs. I really didn't think any would throw for it.
I'm making it. I'm over to Photoshop. I haven't closed 1 second. 40, 40, 40 width, 40 height, create.
10 subs is like $50, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
10 subs is literally like $50.
I would say, by the way, that this tattoo is it's opposite. Like it's great intention, mid execution.
Hop on.
Well, I think it looks like her. You know what I'm saying?
They have to put her in the IDF outfit, though. No.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The decision
I'm adding it right now.
If you want to go tattoo for tattoo, Ethan, we can do that. You want to keep it to other things, we can. I'll give you that option. Ethan also.
Wait. Sorry. I thought you lose that round.
He low-key loses it.
Or garbage. His are meaningful, and it's about family. And it's not
At the very least, his has some sort of meaning to it.
cute, like adorable.
You know, Heretic Fringe has a good point. This is a guy that has anxiety attacks if someone enters the public bathroom where he's sitting to piss.
Yeah.
And he's trying to signal his master.
Where he's sitting to piss. He's sitting.
Is scared when another man stands up to pee in the fucking urinal next to him, which is why he sits down to pee. And he actually explained this on his show.
Wait, what?
But yes, remember we exposed him for this? When he talked about how he gets anxiety when he's at the urinal.
I remember that episode.
He gets anxiety at the urinal next to other men. What the hell?
And he talks about H3 oversharing. Whoa, buddy. Wolf Cafe for 5 subs. Let's for Sven Stoffel's video. I don't know what you're talking about with that.
Sven Stoffels, he made that animation that like is Ren and Stimpy style. That is Ela shooting at. Remember?
I've seen that. I didn't know he made that.
Yeah.
Talks about the potential CTE that I might have after boxing.
Yeah.
Ethan, your whole system is scrambled.
You know what? It looks like that Ryu guy from fucking Death Note in the sticker because it's so small. It looks like fucking Ryu.
No, your brain is scrambled from getting punched in the face too many times because you don't understand the situation. Some people are saying the CTE is starting to take effect. I guess that would be comforting if there was some explanation at least.
Any amount of CTE that I may have endured after doing 2 boxing matches, I'm going to say is preferred over having to share the load of doing 50 jumping jacks with my wife.
Come on, jumping jacks! Jumping jacks?
Oh my god.
That's so retarded.
That's the most ridiculous self-help cope in the world. So you would rather have brain damage than do jumping jacks?
They do jumping jacks.
Cute.
What a retarded thing to say.
It's a bit like.
That's
It's a
beyond,
bit
bro.
cringy, but it's
yeah?
cute.
You think I have brain damage? Or would you exercise with your wife?
Oh my god, can you believe it, Ash? Ethan and his wife are in love and they're happy. They're a happy family and smiling.
That's a line that Anissa crafted for sure.
Great form, by the way.
Really nice. They must work out.
Also, why are you talking about CTE at all? Like, you continually illustrated that you can't keep track of anything.
Maybe because it's a bad idea to go and risk your fucking permanent mental health for a nonsense event. You know, buddy, like, I don't know.
It came up because they were talking about it on their fucking podcast. By the way, they're the ones that like started this conversation by talking about it on the podcast. Be like, hey, I'm not getting involved.
I think that was their response after you guys initially called them out.
He can't even keep straight who attacked who first. He thinks that our podcast where we're expressing sympathy for him and Ela was the impetus
wasn't what that
for him
was.
talking shit about us. I much prefer boxing-induced CTE than harassment-induced CTE.
This
You
is
have
so
both.
bad.
Ian, you are the rare person who has both. Like, you're really gonna tell me that you aren't still traumatized about the OnlyFans stuff, the Sam Hyde stuff? You go to a therapist and tell them about Sam Hyde and your wife's OnlyFans on the daily, bro.
You know,
That's your life.
someone made a point here, right? Someone made a point. They said when I went boxing, right? They said they noticed that after the boxing, I stuttered less on the show.
Well, that's a good thing, buddy.
That's a good thing, buddy.
Poppy unbroke your brain.
He beat him in some sentences.
Did it actually fix whatever the nerve?
This is cope.
This is cope. Holy
I
shit.
stuttered a little bit, but not the floaty Fred. It used to be way worse. It used to be like this.
Harvey's being interviewed by the Oreo right now. Is there any new revelation that you'd like to share with the class, or
Who's being interviewed?
Harley?
Oh, Harley. Is there? Maybe we'll watch it on Wednesday.
Even acts like we're such great
We got
friends
one more
and that,
quick
like, you
segment,
shared
right?
such intimate moments with me. But it's all
I
horseshit.
would stay for post show, but I gotta be up super early, folks. Sorry, but on Wednesday.
We gotta be here till 4 in the morning, buddy.
know.
We got
Buddy.
BWR, we got Darkside Phil.
We can't. Oh.
No, buddy.
Nobody.
Early, dude. I got.
Kurt.
Yeah.
He's lying.
I didn't know this would be a 5-hour segment.
We had a lot to say. There's a lot of bullshit.
Well, dude, like I had to get as much as possible.
Like, the whole thing is a fucking lie. He's manipulating his audience. We did not have a close relationship.
You guys were buddies for a long
He
time.
texted me like one time, like, "Hey, dude, we should talk this out." And I was like, "I don't feel like having this conversation right now." That's it. So he
You
kept
pull back.
trying to get me on the phone or text with me, and I told him, "Dude, honestly, I don't feel like having this conversation right now."
Okay.
Fair, right? I just didn't want to do it.
Just
Right?
in that particular moment,
And then
or like at all.
Well, it turns out I didn't want to talk to him at all.
Okay.
If the relationship was that close, you would have talked to me on the phone. You wouldn't have shit-talked me. You would be curious where my brain was at and where I was coming from. There's this moment in the content cop where I'm trying to...
Conspiracy of everything. Pretend stuff.
Thank you so much.
We're on the front page. Let's go.
Have you ever been in a comment section and found some...
After all.
No. Okay. Listen. What time is it?
It's 2 in the morning.
One to argue with? It doesn't stop. It can literally go on forever if you don't want to touch grass.
I mean, yeah, this was kind of okay. What does that have to do with me?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
Ethan and Eli act like they have no idea what I'm talking about here.
Oh, boy.
So, I mean, maybe they don't. It's a very obvious and easy to digest point. That's why I made it that way. I'm going to explain it here so everyone on the internet understands. When you have a podcast where you are constantly emotionally dumping and saying things just off the top of your head, and you
Whoa! Self-awareness, buddy.
Come on.
Holy, we gotta get through this. Holy shit.
Come
for
on.
attacking other people randomly, maybe from your perspective it's not attacking. Maybe you're just commenting on someone else's situation.
He's got to be one of the most visually repulsive people. Face Banks, like, in my
Who cares?
opinion,
Yeah.
he's somewhat repulsive to look at.
And
Okay.
Pedophile. Pirate Soccer was like weird about. It's like, look at my old voice, it's so lame. What an obnoxious loser. She goes, I can't believe these people are so
Roasting online. Can you believe he roasts people?
obnoxious.
Make fun of
And he
people?
looks
Who gives a
like an
fuck?
idiot who's obsessed with me.
I just don't know, like, what does iDubbbz think will happen if H3H3 goes back through and digs up all of the skeletons of all of the things he did in the past? And then it's shown to Hassan's audience. Like, what does he think is going to happen?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, all it takes is one big breadtube leftist influencer to get offended over what iDubbbz has done in the past, and then it's going to snowball into a total cancellation attempt. So he really needs to be careful with this stuff.
Exactly.
Dude.
But what happens when other people comment on your situation? It doesn't
I have
help
a suggestion after this one. Do you just want to do the DSP begging video? Yeah, we can do DSP. Yeah, we'll save PW up for Wednesday. I think it's fine, right? What do you think? Fine. Yeah.
Be good, doesn't it?
But he's
I
like,
li-
no,
I wanna
actually,
watch that
Ethan, the
begging
fucking
video.
Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys, right? I don't know if that's
I will drink water.
That is the back and
Good
forth
point. I will
described.
drink
You
water.
might have thought we were just saying that Ian and Anissa are bad friends. Well, guess what? We didn't take it that way.
Alright, we're playing grass.
Everybody, and I don't want to.
Grass is cool because you plant stuff here, and then you grow berries.
And you never will be. You never will be.
But it's also kind of weak. So
They just implied that we are okay with.
Yeah. Look at this. Bob did goes, you made millions off content cop, but I guess no one else can make minor
it's time
insulting
to roll
one-liners online,
for my
right?
grass. Whoa, buddy.
Their fans are brigading us. So I am going to respond in kind and make a content cop. So yes, that is what the cycle of harassment looks like.
Okay, what does that do with me?
I don't know.
How about you fucking Nazis? How about that?
You might
We need
think
to go grass 5, I guess.
it has everything to do with your politics and your idea of Israel-Palestine, but a lot of my gripes were centered around you dragging
Grass, every tick of grass. So once we get 5 grass Pokemon, we will plant 2 berries.
because they're not putting their head on the chopping block.
Like, I think it's worth to go grass right now.
And buddy, you're being really emotional. He's being really emotional. As much as he's trying to, you're the one that's emotional. No, you're emotional.
Hey, I'm sure there's anti-Semitic people that are attacking you guys, but they're not me. They're not Anissa.
I will not make this yet. You know, we can make this, but I won't make this yet.
Oh my god, you're all fucking big victim babies crying about shit that doesn't matter.
Going after Ethan for going after people and making fun of people.
I need Bayleaf to make me some money. Yes, Bayleaf, make me some money.
What's a piece of shit? Like, come on. And by the way, everyone
Can
has
make
the
this.
right to be roasting or making fun of people or one-liners or like, who cares? But you're friends with someone who does that. Shut the fuck up.
A grass chip would be
Rogan
perfect.
said the fucking that. military
No grass
people-
types, no florals. You take this for the grass chip.
That's not even a joke.
Horrible fucking time. And guess what? They're not
Let's
getting
roll
this other
down.
benefit we do.
Oh, buddy.
26,000 viewers. You're getting a lot of
Whoa,
money, a lot of
ho,
content, a lot of things that you care about from these beefs and from this harassment. There are a lot of people that you've just bullied and they have nothing to gain out of it.
I think that's worth. I actually think that's super worth. And if we get a grass chip, that'd be good to replace him with. I guess we just replace him, even though we have him. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We can maybe play gourmet or some sort of fire bent with some flora. That'd be cool. I have an extra ditto. We should probably kept it, but the early power spike. Grass needs all the help it can get, man. You don't want to be behind. Something? Okay. One Caterpie.
Posted about Frogan over the past years is fucking insanely
Really,
nasty
it's not
shit.
worth
Worse than
anything.
anyone I've seen. If this is true,
Do we want
absolutely
floral
mind-blowing.
portal or do we want 2 grass portals? That's a good question.
Literally no. I get
Grass
very
dragon.
nasty.
Comfy.
People like fucking want to like
Maractus. I don't really want that either. I think we just want 2 grass portals.
He calls her fat, right? And ugly, which is horrifically mean.
Ah, we probably want a floral portal.
Specifically-
Well, we probably want a floral portal.
We're talking grown ass people that are getting hurt feelings over being called fat. Yeah. Like it's time to
But we want a grass portal to upgrade our stuff, I think. Oh, we want a floral portal, I think. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
You know, this is so pathetic.
Is she not fat though?
She is fat.
She is
let's
fat.
not live in reality. So oh guys, I'm
She
not
is
fat.
fat.
I'm like in a dance like this
Oh,
is the
please.
least
Yes.
where I live in the real world.
So you're
Thank
telling
you.
me that the girl who wants military people to get PTSD, literally for real,
I need a grass region.
is upset
So bad.
someone called her fat when she is fat.
Dark shiz.
Right.
They're both
I
floral.
love watching
I
Perry
do
Slaughter
have a
and
monster.
unhinged losers eat each other alive. That's what we're
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
I don't really have a
Worse than be
sound
called fat and
angle.
ugly, in my opinion.
As much as I want to pretend like I do, I don't have a sound angle.
I did notice that as soon as we didn't
Oh,
immediately
I think
jump
we need
to
this
Ethan
though.
and Hila's defense, Ethan took that to heart and he started to make that his employees' problem. Instead of just, sucking it up and taking on himself, he decided to imply that
Pokey
Lena
doll?
is
Wait
going
a
to have
minute,
a
wait a
problem.
minute. Instead of sucking it up, he made it his employee's problem. Who does that remind us of? Oh, wait, you with Crater Clash.
Pokey
Instead of
doll?
sucking it up and holding your tongue for the good of your event,
Muscle
your
bear.
fighters,
I
your
think Pokey
staff,
doll's better.
you chose to blow it all up over silly internet drama. You retard.
That's a great point.
I've been playing so much Monster lately.
I'll top it out for both segments, but we're gonna need 100 subs.
iDubbbz is so
Let's
fucking
get
stupid.
I
iDubbbz is so
in the
stupid,
morning that
dude.
I'm gonna get from how early I have to wake up. But listen, you're gonna have to open your wallets, right, guys?
A lot of this has
Don't call me
ramifications for the crew.
ski. This is real ski right now.
The way that they have it set
Real
up
ski.
is basically, if Lena were to drop out, she would lose, she would have to pay back $25,000.
Oh, we could have played sound.
Besides that, which I told her I would cover.
No
if she
fossil
wanted to drop
stone.
out, she's working really hard, and just because I'm having an issue on here,
Shit is wild.
Up Lena dropping out of the fight was you publicly showing to your fans like, I don't approve of this. You were saying
And
this
my
shit before the
one-eyed
content copy
wonder
came
weasel
out.
which I
has
told her I would cover
gifted
if she wanted to drop out.
45
But now you are saying that you didn't have a
This is insane. What am I supposed to do with this?
Let's go. Holy shit, thank you. That's
Actually,
gay.
this is more helpful. To be honest with you, because at least it's floral.
Wonder Weasel. Let's fucking go.
problem with any of it
I thank you
until
so
I
much.
made the video.
I was totally on board until
But
the organizers.
Coffee after this.
Does iDubbbz really not think to himself, are these not the consequences of my own actions? I just did a massive video against the person on my card's employer.
Dude,
Creating a huge conflict of
where is
interest
the
for that
fossil
person.
stones, man?
This isn't me reaping what I'm sowing. This is obviously Ethan Klein's fault. Like, stop it, you fucking retard.
Put out a video calling me a psychopath
Right,
for
yeah.
harassing his friend.
Obviously, Ethan and Hila will victimize themselves every chance they
Thank
get.
you
But
for
when
the
That's
support,
what
they
you're
choose to
doing
victimize someone else,
too. Oh my god, are you not playing the victim this whole time? Stop!
who's on their crew, they'll also do that.
You already forced Lena into this horrible
Did we drop
situation.
floral?
And again, you forced this situation
I have Monster
on her.
4. Why wouldn't I drop floral?
Why would I do such a thing to Lena? Dude, you have as much agency as I do. You didn't have to badmouth me on your podcast. That was a choice that you made.
Oh shit.
I
Wish I can give out items,
who I
bro.
stood by after all these
Shit.
fucking years. Can't find a
Whisper
spot.
2414
Pick my
for
berry.
5 subs. Let's
Why does he have that?
go. Fucking go.
Fine, but speak up.
Oh, the organizers of this event are not jumping to my defense? Alright, well, maybe instead of shit-talking them, maybe I should zip it.
So go fuck yourself.
I agree. You already forced
Ghost of DSP's Rabbit for 10 subs. If we get 50 more subs right now, we'll skip to the next segment.
And that's kind of fucking Jayish what you
We
just
need
did.
200
funny.
more subs right now.
into this horrible situation. And again, you forced this situation on her. By the way, iDubbbz, Lena's fucking having a
Let's just
panic
play
attack.
Muscle
So
Bear.
go fuck yourself.
I agree.
But you're just lobbing it to me and Anissa. I'm lobbing it back to you. You're the one who brought it up.
Yeah, I
You
know.
lob-
No, he's just 2.5. That's why I said Jayish.
50 subs to skip to 3 minutes.
After
Well,
me
with
and you say,
casino time, listen, if you guys don't want us to skip it, I'll drag this shit out all day, all night. Here we go.
well, I didn't have
Whoa, this
your
is a cry for
back.
help. He looks
Oh.
insane. He looks crazy. Look at him in slow mo
insane.
Scared snot little man.
I'm gonna lob it back and say you were being irresponsible on your podcast, and you're not taking any accountability.
I actually think I don't play Gibble.
I think that's gonna do it for this video. There's a lot
Ironically, I think now we go into like grass floral at a Monster 4 event.
Terrible.
And in closing, I will reiterate so that
Alright.
there's no ambiguity
2,
about
8,
it. Anissa and I are no longer involved in Creator Clash.
5,
We're stepping down completely.
8.
We hope that the event is a massive success this year. We hope that all the fighters get what they wanted out of it. I'm sorry that
Damn
I'm
it.
fucking
It's impossible to get a fossil stone,
wants to
bro.
roll around in the shit. I'll put the link to Creator Clash down in the description if you want to roll around in the shit. You fucking did nothing here. Support them in their mission
He
to
basically gave Ethan like 3 days of content. He finished his week. He finished his week of work. Like,
Wait, why?
he finished just like, all right.
Why won't they give me
I think
what I want?
okay, if we go back and forth, I'm gonna make this money.
Oh, I'm retarded. I want that. I think. You know, it's human. Like, who cares? Oh my god.
He's willing to go to the wall for it.
I think
Whereas
this
I don't
sucks.
think iDubbbz and Anissa can take it. I think that they're very fragile, and they're gonna
Oof.
shut down completely.
The wailing wall.
You can do that down there. I will be doing that on my own, and I hope you guys have a good time. Also, for all the people who touch grass, I want to remind you to click the like button on this video. Not so it goes in your algorithm or anything.
If you touch grass, hit the like button, because we really touch grass. We're not terminally online, I swear. Oh.
Did you hear that, Colt?
Hope you guys
Listen to this.
have a good time.
Listen to this.
Also, for all the people who touch grass, I want to remind you to click the like button on this video. Not so it goes in your algorithm or anything.
What do you mean?
Right.
That's the whole point. That's the whole.
Just specifically so that we can add a counter narrative, or I can get an idea of how much astroturfing is out there.
What?
I know that a lot of these fuckers, they love their.
Is it astroturfing when people really hate you?
You know, I don't understand how it's astroturfing if, you know, somebody watched a video and they didn't like it.
Yeah.
To hit the dislike button.
Yeah.
You know, are you astroturfing against H3H3, creating an artificial
Okay, good.
narrative, or what here? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Are you astroturfing by forcing people to hit like?
Why don't you show the actual analytics on the video? I don't know.
Yeah.
Dislike button extensions. And I saw that shit and I was like, what the fuck? These are all like fabricated numbers.
What?
Show us. Show us.
What is he on? Yeah.
You're losing 10,000 fucking subs.
Like dislike ratio.
Look at the comments section.
Yeah,
We're losing.
Actually, that's a
I gotta
great
check the
point.
wash real quick. You're good, buddy. We're just hanging out. Oh my gosh, the grass chip of my
Colt is
dreams,
insane.
baby.
But this is fun.
He used, yeah, this the thing is, you're right, Hagfield. He used another video.
I guess we don't want this.
He doesn't show the actual analytics from the
Let's
content.
just roll. I'll grab my
So
shit. please.
immediately, get a job
This is
that's
ridiculous.
negative. Always good to see some sincerity and empathy that's real. I'm pretty sure that's sarcasm. No one's hurt Creator Clash more than Ian. That's 3 negative. God, I love these comments. The misery that Ian causes these
Do we
poor
have a
members.
fossil?
Okay, so that's positive. So
Oh,
that's one
That's how it's
positive.
it's fossil
negative.
ice.
How can Hassan deny October
Oh,
rapes?
I'm dying on the inside.
Grade another shitty
We should have
video
kept
from the
Sneasel, I
snoozer.
guess.
Boycott
Well,
iDubbbz. So I mean,
no.
like 9 out of 10 comments are negative.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Cringe, stop Ian, you shaved your head, da 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 da. You're actually pretty delusional. His reaction was atrocious. I don't know what he meant by that.
Yeah, I don't know what he was
Three or, you know, like
Worse
a lot
than
of
the first one?
what a clown. Okay, there's a positive one. They say free America from APAC. Okay. I'm glad he's able to find time between the podcast that nobody listens to and his side.
Yeah,
business
floral's the
with
bait.
Asher.
But like, I'm also just not
Have a good
finding
video.
anything. Okay,
This
floral's the
guy,
bait.
there's another
Great.
one. Ethan,
We
give
go
it up. Sail to
7.
an island and let it be. A cringe grown man. I mean, if
All
you
my
were
monsters are in. I need to
super
replace the
charitable,
florals with.
you would say maybe
70-30.
30%. Yeah, yeah. I would
Wow,
say.
we just No, so like it's like no, it's not just astroturfed. I gotta take a piss and grab a coffee here.
All right, let's take a
you wanna take a break?
We'll be back with some PWR and some Dark Side Phil content, guys.
Stay
here with the
tuned.
late night segment.
Hell yeah, guys. We'll see you all in a second. Let me know what song you want here.
I think we play this together.
I know what you all want. I know what you all want.
Things just aren't the same for
I don't want this.
changing, many logs are aging, becoming TED Talks cause my name was changing. Also, so are pro selling rainbow bracelets. But the strangest things can happen, a login when clips get watermarked and Kino gave Jack Honeywell thermostats all wrapped in plastic, foam peanuts packed infinite money glitch. I list them up, I get them sold, watch them bid profit.
Oh, why didn't I give it to
All fans
you?
turn to foes and I stop my show. Ultros in my head where follicles should grow. More to pay and still got exposed. Prospects on cozy, none that I know. Put my cheap girlfriend in the hospital. Caught her watching Kino Casino. Fees everywhere that I go. I got locals I know. Who got locals that they know? A job I can't seem to hold. I'm the red-headed bro. People laughed at my show. My fees out of control. Now they're begging to know. I logged off of the sector for good, you blame me. Logs ain't mainly at a log.
Oh my goodness. Just relax for me, please. I have to go like Monster 4 or something, I guess. This is like... This is ridiculous. This is actually just pure ridiculous. Steel. Do have Monster. I think. This is so stupid. Why didn't I make the other thing, man? I don't know, it's really hard. This is ridiculous. I'll have it.
Alright, big support tonight. Big support tonight, guys.
But there could have been more. I lost. This team was never meant to be honest. I couldn't make it back in. I couldn't figure out how to make anything work, and I was trying. It's too much to ask for evolution when you're in the grass region to get a grass Pokemon. That's so stupid. What? What? You said what? He said only for collection purposes. The Shawn Michael nude Playboy?
PWR reboot. He has launched a program called Modern Day Problems with Relations.
Oh my goodness.
Here he's got a fancy new shirt. He's brought in a co-host, and the idea to revitalize the channel here is he's gonna read articles about various dating problems, and then he's gonna discuss it with the viewers.
Okay.
Let's see if he delivered with this streamer vibe.
This is a title. Doesn't roll off the tongue really, no?
Not really.
Modern day problems with relations.
Hello,
Oh,
and
geez.
welcome to everybody. How we have been doing tonight? You know, we talk a lot about building a brand.
About building a brand. He sounds like he's about to cry.
We are speaking openly. So I'm glad to have you guys all here tonight.
He's like executive meeting room where it's a constant like building of the brand and discussions on how do we build the brand.
How do we build the brand? He's like an upscale version of Phil. It's so Kino.
Building the business and saving the business.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
As we launch the initial debut episode of Modern Day Problems with Relations. It will be a call-in show, and those instructions and how to go about doing
He's
that will be
sponsored by Blue Chew.
But I just want to take a minute to thank
Doesn't
you
it
all.
just say call in, link in description? What was the need for saying like the
Holy cannoli, bro. Whoa, buddy. Let's just take either dragon or fire, baby. I took the dragon one. He has a Bluetooth sponsorship. That's crazy. Yeah, that's insane. I wouldn't say that word. Holy cannoli, bro.
Every like 100 fucking subs we eat one.
That's insanity.
For being a part of this, it's going to be incredible. I think we're going to have a really challenging, conversation, but we're going to have a very fair and realistic based conversation. So I'm really hot for all you guys. Now, I have to introduce somebody.
So I'm really hot for all you guys. Oh my god.
I say, he's one of the dudes in the back. And right now, brother, he is in the backstage. He's hot. He's fired up. I want everybody to welcome the man himself. We got Cell Streams. In the
I went from Incel to Blue Chew and Colin.
sponsorship, dating
Who
show,
the
whatever?
fuck is
Okay,
this?
look at this guy, bro. This guy's a bum.
Oh god. He sucks.
He has nothing worthwhile to say whatsoever. PWR is supposed to be the incel guy, and this is supposed to be the Chad. And this guy's yes. And he's supposed to get like all sorts of pussy and have all these tips for you to get laid. But you just look at him and you know it's just not the case.
Alex, how are you, brother? He's here.
Oh my, the mic is.
The mic is cooked, bro. Super generic.
This is Kino. God damn it. Did I buy one on accident? No, I didn't. I didn't buy one. Okay, that was somebody else. Wait, what? Hey, he made it look like I bought one. What kind of clothes are you washing, Neil Gear? Whites, delicates, colors? I don't know why that question came into my head. Do we want this? I don't really want it. I don't really want to play fire. I want to play dragons. Beep to meep. I'm trying to play dragons. We gotta look for dragons. We're in the dragon region, allegedly. Oh my gosh. I changed my setup and it's so hard to switch between my two screens now. Do we pivot to Ghost? I'm gonna pivot to Ghost.
What really made me interested in having you as a guest is that you have a very different lifestyle than my own. Like I said, for me, it's no life, no wife, no ass, no dating.
Oh my goodness. No ass, no dating.
His whole motto on life.
On life, no life.
I don't know what I'm playing anymore. Fades. Said no wife, no dating. Base. Let's see what we're playing. Ghost? We're actually playing Ghost. Wait. I'm actually playing Ghost. This is cracked. Max Revive? Wait, this is cracked. We're actually playing Ghost. But it looks like fire. We're playing Ghost. We're playing Ghost. What is this sheep doing here? I'm playing Ghost. We might want this. Because there's other Ghost artificials, surely, that I can find. Ah shit, there's no other Ghost artificials. What the? Actually, I don't think I want this. You know, artificial would be cool. No, it's not that cool. It's not that cool. No. He said no wife, no family. I want the stone. We have no ghosts. Need ghost.
And like I said, I mean, sexuality and relationships
Yes.
on air are like incredibly challenging to navigate. And I think there's a lot of reasons for that. And I'm going to have a discussion.
Preach it. Preach it, brother fatty. Charizard. Ghost Charizard, baby. This is crazy. Ghost Charizard. We need to go Ghost 8. Can I zoom out? No. Okay.
2,600K in Pokemon death in my life.
Can I zoom out? Oh. Fucking hate my life. Oh my god.
On the day
This is awesome. Fucking awesome.
I hid 26,000 in Pokemon debt from my wife. Now she wants a divorce. Kyle explained how his secret $26,000
That's what I get for using the new feature. For zooming in like an asshole.
went completely off the rails. His wife, pregnant with their fourth child.
Four kids? And you just like, fuck your college fund, bud. Go
Now I can't play Ghost. This is some fucking bullshit.
Did you see that guy, that streamer, I don't know his name, spent 30K for Pokemon cards to find one card that was worth 1,500? I did see that.
Follow was a deep dive into financial infidelity, broken trust, and one very expensive lesson in what not to do with your money or your marriage. I talked before about the idea of potentially getting a Pokemon show, you know, maybe buying some Pokemon cards and just like opening them up and having some fun.
We will make this work. It is not Felted. We have Charizard. Charizard is the best Pokemon ever created. I forgot. Sure, Ghost is Felted. We will play other things. The Lottie Twins. Jesus Christ, buddy. There's no pesos. Who did more? Latios. Congratulations, you're a fire type. Congratulations, you're orbed up, baby. Protect them. Ah. I haven't lost yet either. That's actually criminal. We need Fire Force.
And they can probably navigate those high premiums.
What?
But if you're in a situation where you're with a partner that isn't familiar,
Okay, the situation's actually not bad. It's actually not bad at all. I haven't lost. You're going to the movies. What you watching? There's nothing good in the movies. You're gonna go see Craven? Yeah. Why's the Charizard doing so much?
get in major trouble. And like I said, this guy was spending $26,000 on Pokemon cards, and he hid it from his wife. I think if he was in a situation, you know, where maybe the two were both
The key?
the hobby, they could
Quit.
sit down and have a
No,
conversation.
thank you.
And I think it kind of plays into the reality that nowadays a lot of hobbies are really becoming incredibly expensive. You know, whether it's actually you're buying, whether it's funky.
Sinners? Sounds dark. Sounds scary. Dude, this team is nasty. Charizard with the Lottie Twins? It's hot. We either keep playing Ghost or we really want to play Dragons, to be honest with you.
Saving up his allowance, you know, to buy an action figure. You know, it's the adults, it's the 20s.
So it's a little tough. I feel like I don't have the money. I need more money. Money, money, money. Beat the meat. Beat the meat.
Well, I would like to, you know, stay strong on my morals. For me, it's a lot more than morals. It's, you know, personality, it's, you know, a
It's
lot
boring.
more than,
All of this incel rhetoric is going
I wonder if there's a world where I drop Ghost. Like all three of these to play something else. I don't know what to do.
Whatever it is to have me interested, and for just running after somebody based on their looks, I just feel like you're, rolling the dice.
I should have put in my wish token. That's what I should have done. I could have broke my formation for that.
Brother, I think that would be a 1 in a million chance that you're gonna find yourself something that's not true.
Really impossible in today's day and age that there would be a woman into video games. Like, it's a pretty wide category now. It is very
Let's take more water. Make a green orb. Put it on you.
But only if they watch wrestling and play video games.
Oh shit.
Like that.
This is not the time for you.
Oh, like that, like what? Why don't you, just come out with it? What is it you're trying to say?
She said just come out with it.
Isn't this what every phone call basically says is at this point on the PWR program?
I don't know why I'm making combustion, by the way. It just seemed right. That's right, you'll be Mr. Krabs. Crate, maybe. Unknown burn. Uma burn.
Well, let's hope they don't see my ad resume. Let's hope they don't see my two super
Like,
chat
if I do this.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that. All my synergies are fine. This is crazy. This is crazy. What the hell? This is insane.
Let's move on to another fan. We want real fans.
Beat the meat.
Yeah, because he hit it hard.
Beat the meat. Beat the meat.
Well, I think it was the fact that he was expecting a big return, but I guess in the end it was essentially just gambling.
Said in the end, I guess it was just gambling.
Well, I guess the polls just weren't that hot.
You have a gambling problem. You have a losing problem. I guess we give it a combustion. There's no way we keep combustion for long. You know, we can go full ghost with all these guys if we need to. Beat the meat. Beat the meat.
A lot of names, but I appreciate it. So when it comes to navigating today's modern sexuality and relationships,
Oh my
what is your
goodness.
comment?
What's your comment? God kills me. 4 dark and I get ghost. Yeah, buddy. She said, what are your credentials, buddy?
Well, like I said at the start of the show, Casey,
That was a quick stunt with the combustion, huh? There we go. One Hydreigon, please. One Hydreigon, please. No Hydreigon.
That is 100%. What does this bitch just go around trying to strap
Kind of sad.
It's not sad. It's sad.
We really don't need this anymore. I don't think we'll ever need this again. You didn't know we're a fire short, but whatever. Do we want this though? We're not gonna get that. Wish.
And I've accepted that, and I feel more comfortable
Yes.
with myself than I ever have. So it's like, when I have
I just want Hydra going.
and all the fans
Do we need another dragon? I guess we do. We can replace him.
I thought, maybe I could offer, a unique perspective on today's, challenges.
I don't think we need this. I'm so stupid. I'm retarded. No. 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 What did I g- Did my wish go off? Oh. There's... I got a dragon. Oh, I'm a retard. Do we have... I don't have any of the dragons? No, we're in a ghost region? Oh, buddy. It's over, buddy. Buddy, it's so over. It's actually Jover. Wait, is Jover?
I'm trying to find a new niche and show. We got his time to develop and stuff, right?
It totally felt it. I think they had kind of a different plan for it, and then he had to go on the fly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Guess we can go full dragon. Of course, now you show up.
Yes, this is very useful, buddy.
This is scary. Because I want to use this. Dude, let's just... Come on, bro.
Oh, no, not at all. Like I said, I want more women to call in, because they can
Guess that's
offer
okay.
perspective, so go ahead.
Oh, I guess we want to turn on dark. We lost. I'm so stupid. Like, so stupid. I lost my fucking perfect game. Might as well have just leveled up. There we go. That's what I get. That's what I get. Do 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 do. Oh, life is pain.
So, if your husband came up to you and
There was a bit of hesitation on that. Is this a trans character?
said, dear, I'm sorry, I know we just got our dream home, I know we're expecting a child on the way, but here's the bank statement. I mean, wouldn't you have your arms crossed? Wouldn't you be hot? Or would you...
Wouldn't you be hot? He's never getting a piece of ass again.
According to the
We don't need to turn dark on, like turn water on.
eventually reached $1,035,000. $135,000, whatever. Like I said, I had to get GED. I can't do numbers.
Oh no! Is he looking bored again? Oh no, buddy! You had to do the GED.
You had to do the GED, buddy. Oh, buddy.
This woman is being felted here. The husband's caught with $135,000 on OnlyFans.
How does it even get to that point? Whoa, buddy! Why fucking end it?
Why need to pay? What the heck?
Donna, this whole OnlyFans
Holy cannoli. I can't use any of this.
Yeah, it's like addiction, like porn addiction.
I think what it is, right, is it's like an addiction to like having a connection, but it's like a fake connection.
Yeah.
It's like you have this
We
pretty
want
woman
this.
that's giving you attention,
I
right?
actually can't use
But then
this,
what ends up
but
happening with the
it's
shit
fine.
is like very
If we level up and put this in, we get 4 ghosts again. And this is a really good unit. So, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying no and just like
And if we find one more Ditto, I get Jack Maul. Maybe we replace him with a different dragon, though. What do we replace him with? Could you not? I was also thinking about this. Fuck. What? Shit is ridiculous.
It should be fraud, right? It's not addicted. Or porn.
Oh, we don't get 4.
That really flows off the tongue. Sexualized video on demand content. Did you get that from Philip? Is that
I thought we got 4. We didn't get 4.
At least say corn. You know what I mean? Oh my god.
This team beats my ass.
Well, we are openly embracing that choice, you know.
That choice. He said, well, we are openly embracing that choice. He said, oh, yeah.
It's trans heavy show. This show's very.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, no, he's promoting it for free. Just to clarify, he does not have a sponsorship with Blue Chew.
I didn't know that. He doesn't even have a sponsorship. Take it easy, Neil here. Sleep tight, buddy. He doesn't even have a sponsorship with Blue Chew.
Maybe another sponsor will go by.
That's OD.
Oh, if Blue Chew sponsoring
Good
that,
job,
then I'll
guys.
sponsor
Good
it.
dragons. Good dragons. Good dragons. We need Dragon 6. I'm glad I didn't evolve that. We need Dragon 6. You're effing blocked. He said you're effing blocked.
No.
Like, I didn't have an issue when he's running around with a femboy prostitute. He wants to be open about it. I mean, that's fine. But when you're going
I think this is fine.
saying that kind of stuff, I'm sorry, fans. I hate to be this way.
I hate to be this way. Ice 4, Psychic 4, Fire 4. Ghost, Artificial, Dragons. Let's go, buddy. Yeah.
People in chat are saying there's just too many people around him pulling him in too many different directions, and he's getting confused, and he's losing what made him
Dragon 7. Roar. Porygon 2. Roar.
He has like a fan base, all this stuff. Obviously, for us, it was really funny when he was doing the whole.
Dude, the laddies in Kyurem don't even have to move. This core is so nice. My mid core is so nice. My front line is so mean.
Yeah.
So, like, he pulled back the curtain of retardation, and instead of being a full retard, he was just, like, slightly dumb.
Yeah.
So it's hard now. He's just slightly dumb.
Fan also, right? So it had sort of like connection to another segment that would get. I still like him. I hope he does well. No, like I hope he finds his voice.
See what happens. I think he's gonna get there. It's just like right now, it's this weird transitional period. You know, out of his mom's house where he then created his magnum opus, his best work.
Ooh.
He's just being challenged as an artist.
He's doing a lot of damage, huh?
Yeah, living on his own.
Which is an constructive
me, it wasn't anything to do with the femboy talk that got me high.
What?
All this talk.
By the way, I have another criticism here. I think I think he streamed way too much. That's what I think. That's my every single day, you know, for like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. I think that's too much. You burn yourself out, right? You start to like, you know, you drain your content, your, you know. I don't know. That's just an opinion of mine.
Couple ends 2-meter
Yes,
engagement over video games. We all deserve better. Now this is really troubling, and I got a lot to say about this one. And hopefully, you know, you guys will speak up.
Every day.
Appreciate brother, faggy.
Paul said in
When
an
he
hour.
said there he wasn't fired up by the fat boy, I'm like, I think he protests too much. Like, who was suggesting that he was fired up?
Who was suggested?
Viral post that she and her fiance, I don't know how to say it, fiance of 2 years, recently broke up because of his video game addiction. Posting in Reddit, I am the
Guy needs help. He just needs help.
passion fruit mommy. The woman said she found him
Yo, how did he beat me?
in her son's room at
What?
2:30 a.m. after he promised he'd stop gaming late at night. So she shut her fiance's computer off mid-game, and a couple days later he left. The post has garnered nearly 13,000 upvotes.
How did he beat me?
Who agreed the breakup was for the best. Like I said, you know, I think after a while, sex loses its passion and it becomes routine.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. Okay. I'm losing. Oh, I need life.
Give a very respectful description because I'm guessing it's some kind of bedroom aid. So go on and describe what it is you're talking about here. Private part.
With hangers. With hangers.
Oh, so are you saying it's a way to kind of extend the length of your private part?
No. No. No, no, no.
I might just die.
I mean, if you're having that issue where your wife isn't satisfied and you feel that you need some sort of extension, some sort of speed, why not go for it? Like, there's no shame. There shouldn't be shame.
No, if you shove your balls in the ball goes like this.
We won. We have one more round. Shit.
Issues and you want to satisfy each other's needs, I mean, there shouldn't be any embarrassment. What happens in your bedroom is between you and her, and maybe she's telling her friends at tea time about it, but I mean, the truth is, you know,
Ricada kind of told a lot more people.
You know,
He had to spread the news of the Baldo far and wide across the land.
if it's something you think would help, I think that's wonderful, and I hope it goes well for you if you decide
I think that's wonderful.
and make that purchase. Now, I gotta ask before I let you go, you know, because we're obligated to mention it here. Have you thought about trying this new Bluetooth thing?
What? I have Archibald. I don't understand. I make Archibald and I lose. This is ridiculous.
Oh, no, I haven't, but I'll look into it. Thank you for your call, brother. I appreciate it. Okay, thank you. Like I said, I mean, I've dealt my whole life being called that crap. It doesn't really surprise me at all.
No, he's called gay.
Why didn't I give it to Archibald instead of drum?
At this point, I'm comfortable with who I am. Like I said, my legal sexuality is straight.
My legal sexuality.
But everybody thinks he's gay. I wonder why, buddy.
Sexuality is straight. But unfortunately, everybody thinks I'm freaking gay. So, I mean, it's just, it kind of just rolls off like that. But I appreciate you, brother.
Oh no! All right, let's get into some Phil. Let's do a few Phil clips here.
Sure, let's do a few Phil clips here, guys. Thank you.
Amazing. We hit our goals. He is ridiculous. He said, I play better when I'm relaxed and I hit up and we hit our goals. I don't have to worry about it. Wow. Phil made $100 today. Okay, let's focus up, boy. We got wild, not baby illusion. School me. School me. School me. It's gonna be like this the whole time. You know what? We don't need to stream.